Now that I've cleaned up all the fallout that was under my eyes, I'm going to apply my foundation, and I'm using Yaby Cream Foundation in number 8, and I'm going to apply it with my MAC foundation brush. Now, I don't know if you can see them, but I have some post-acne marks that I want to cover up. So I'm going to use the same fluffy brush that I applied my eyeshadow base, and I'm going to use the Yaby concealer palette, and I'm just going to mix a couple of colors to try to get to match my skin tone, and I'm going to use the brush to lightly pat it on the areas that I want to cover. And for the under eye concealer, I'm going to use Laura Mercier Secret Concealer number 2, and it has a little bit more of a peachy tone to it, so it will help correct any of the blue or purplish color that's under your eyes. And I'm going to use, again, the same brush and just kind of lightly buff it under the eye. And to set everything, I'm going to use Makeup Forever HD powder and a Sephora powder brush to apply. So now that I have my base on, I'm going to finish up the eye makeup, and I'm going to use the same white pencil that I use as my lid base, and I'm going to apply it to the lower lash line. And this is going to be my liner base for, again, another color. And I'm going to apply it a little bit thick. And it's just on the lash line, not on the inner rim or the waterline. Then for the lower waterline, I'm going to apply Urban Decay Electric 24/7 Glide On Pencil. And it's sort of a bluish teal color. It has a little bit like a white silver shimmer. It's really pretty and really bright. And I'm just going to apply it to the inner rim. Now over the white pencil, I'm going to apply Yaby Silver Dusk Eyeshadow. It's a shimmery silver color, and I'm going to use Trish McEvoy Smudge Brush, but instead of smudging on the color, I'm going to just press it right on top of the white pencil. So it's going to look silvery, but more like a silvery white. And it's just going to kind of add a nice like highlight to the lower lash line. And I'm also going to apply that color to the inner corner. Just kind of pat it and blend it in a little bit. Then on top of the blue eyeliner pencil, I'm going to apply Yaby Pro Paint in Emerald Dragon. And it's a light, shimmery, kind of greenish teal color. And I'm going to use an angled eyeliner brush. And I'm going to just press it right on top of the blue. This, greenish teal color was a little bit too green for me, so that's why I applied the blue pencil, and so it'll look more like a bluish green color and just make it a little bit more unique. Then the last color I'm going to apply is the shimmery white that I use on the brow bone, but I'm going to use a smaller brush. This is Sephora number 25, and I'm just going to dot it on the inner corner just to kind of brighten it a little bit more. Now I'm going to fill in my brows using a MAC eyeshadow in charcoal brown and an angled eyebrow brush. This is by Shu Uemura. It's the 6OB brush, and I'm first going to just define the brow and the edges. Then I'm going to soften that line and fill in any spaces by just blending it up. And once my brows are filled in, I'm going to keep them in place by applying a clear brow gel and just kind of brushing them through. So the last step I need to do for the eye makeup is apply my false eyelashes. These are Shu Uemura Luxe Black, and of course, false eyelashes are optional. You don't have to put them, but for me they make a huge difference, and so now I'm going to put them on with my tweezers. Now for the cheeks, I'm first going to lightly contour using M.A.C Sculpting powder, and I'm going to use the Mark Angled Contour Face Brush to apply, and I'm just going to sweep that under the cheekbone. all the way across. Then I'm going to use MAC Sweet as Cocoa Blush, and it's a medium kind of brownish color. It has a little bit of a gold shimmer to it, and I'm going to use the MAC 109 brush, and this brush is very dense and it'll apply a lot of color, but because the top is flat, you can buff in the product really well. So I'm going to apply this color kind of where the contour color was, and so almost at the back, and just kind of sweep that color. I just want a little bit more depth to my cheekbones, but still have a little bit of color. So this brush, is good for like, a lot of things, for like foundation, blushes, contouring, things like that. So I really like this brush. Now for the lips, I already outlined and filled them in using MAC Magenta Lip Pencil, but I want to kind of contour them a little bit, create a little bit more depth. So I'm going to use another lip pencil. This is MAC Vino. It's a dark, kind of purplish wine burgundy color, and so I'm going to use this to kind of outline and just, make a little bit of a thick line, and so it kind of looks shaded in. Now when I use lip pencils, I use the side and not the point, and kind of drag it inwards, kind of pull the color so that it still has, a really precise line, but it's not harsh looking as, if you were to use the point. And for this, darker color, I want to make sure that it's not just like a ring, like a dark color. I want it to fade in well, so I kind of made it a little bit thicker. But I didn't fill the inside because I still want that, bright pink color. Then for the lipstick, I'm using MAC Fun and Sexy, and I think this came out in the Fluffy Net collection, something like that. And but this lipstick is really pretty, kind of unique. It's a bright fuchsia color, but it has these kind of purplish blue shimmer, and so it kind of has a duochrome finish. And so I'm going to apply this color just on the inner part of the lip, the middle part, because I want to fade in with the darker liner. And you can use a lip brush if you want a more precise application, but I'm just going to apply straight from the lipstick. Now if you don't have this lipstick that has a kind of duochrome effect, you can still create a similar look by using pigments that have a duochrome finish, something like MAC Frozen White Pigment or MAC Pink Opal, and you can maybe mix it with a gloss and it'll still give that dimension to your lips. And that's it for this tutorial. I hope you guys like it. There'll be more, videos coming up soon. I've just been really busy for, about a month and a half, since December to about mid-January, with holidays, New Year's, things like that. And I was actually, involved in an event, at the Hawaii Convention Center. It was called Rock the Era, and there was these, youth performance group that dance hip-hop, hula, and things like that. And so I was actually in charge of the makeup committee, and I got to do makeup on, the young girls, the performers, and, I got to put my, own makeup committee team, whatever. And, yeah, it was really fun. It was my first event or experience doing something like that, but it was really great first experience, and I wrote about a little bit about it in my blog, so you can check that out. And yeah, now that the event is over, I have more time doing videos. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.